It's Monday, and it rained most of the weekend. And I didn't think we were going to come out and do anything today because it was raining this morning. But the problem is I made a bunch of compost tea over the weekend that we used at the house. And we've got a bunch of it left, and it'd be a real crime to just let it go bad. So I kept a bubbler in it last night so we could use it today. Today we're going to move one of those water tanks over here, fill it with water, connect the pump to it, put this compost tea in there, and then pump the water out with the compost tea across the food forest to get the food forest inoculated with the compost tea. We've been using compost throughout the food forest, but now we're going to use the compost tea. And we've got all this alfalfa and cowpea starting to come up. Even some pumpkins here are starting to come up. So we need to inoculate this ground. We really want to make sure that everything here grows well. This alfalfa has always given me a little concern. We get it to be a little bit, it grows kind of a little bit up, gives me 6 to 12 inches of growth, and then it kind of stops. Alfalfa roots should go 10 to 14, 15 feet deep. If they go deep, they are going to pull up moisture. They should survive no matter what. Let's give these plants the inoculant they need, so we open up this ground and let the roots go deep. I'm not sure if I have the pipes to connect the pump to the water tank. We're gonna have to check that. I know I have the pipes. I don't know if I have them here is really the problem. If I don't have them here, we're gonna have an issue, but we're just gonna have to see what we can do. Now here's the compost tea that we made. And don't forget, this stuff did have bubblers in it all night. I had it running with the pump to oxygenate it all night Saturday. Then yesterday I had the bubbler in it for about half the day. Then I had the pump running to oxygenate it again. And last night I had the bubblers in it. So we're highly oxygenated. I didn't take the bubblers out until just before we loaded it onto the truck. Great thing about being a pack rat, we've got all the fittings from the aquaponics system. When we tore the aquaponics system down, we've got all the fittings for it. And here we are. We're just going to connect everything. We're going to use all these fittings to connect this. Okay. Alright, throw the switch. Let's open up this valve. Go on over there. I'll tell you when to turn it on. We are distributing compost tea. Nice. Nice. Now it's important that we put it into the mulch here too, because we want the organisms. The whole purpose for this is the organisms. All the organisms from the compost, we want them living and breeding and having a good old time in this soil. They are what will make this soil fertile. All right, none of the additives we put in it are going to make any difference. The life in the soil is what matters. And our goal is to increase the life in the soil. Tell you what, it doesn't take much to make me happy. Seeing these sprinklers run, throwing that compost tea, makes me happy. Now, while these sprinklers are going, guys are going to get back to work mulching these banana circles. Over the weekend, I got a load of wood chips, and the guys with the wood chips had this big, huge aloe vera plant in their truck. Now, the thing is, they had that aloe vera plant in the truck last week, too. And I said to him, what are you doing with this? Is that the same one you had last week? He said, yeah. He said, you want it? I said, absolutely. So, another aloe vera plant added to the system. And we're about halfway. The problem is I have to go pick up Pretty Girl. We cannot run the pump without me here because we don't have any electricity on site. So what I have to do is shut everything down, go get Pretty Girl. Okay, we moved the sprinklers down. You see we're almost at the end here. And this sprinkler is reaching most of the place. Really, the most important part right now, for me, the most important part that has to get this compost tea is this mulch. Since the mulch needs the compost tea the most, we're having this sprinkler go over it pretty thoroughly. Every time we planted something here, it's got compost. Now we spray compost tea over the whole place, and this is going to give us good microbial activity in this soil. Start building some structure, because we need structure in this soil. This is a tray filled with comfrey, and the guys have taken a bunch of the comfrey out and started planting it here, right on the edge of the food forest. Once this stuff gets growing, we're going to divide it up again and move it. Right now, I would like to move it closer to the trees, but we've got this real thick mulch. We're going to let the mulch get established and kind of settle, and then we'll move the comfrey in once we get to that point. So for now, putting it right here on the edge works. I have not been in the beehive since we pulled all that honey, and that was a week and a half ago. So we're going to take a look inside the hive. I didn't bring long pants. We'll just see what happens. Hopefully they forget about my bare legs. The old man's here to help. Trust me, I'm here to help. Just started working. They cleaned up all the mess, which is the important part. This one is not the one I worry about. Alright, here we go. Patched in. And this is all honey. This is all honey. What I should do is put this one up top, because it's all honey. We want the honey up top. Okay, this one, remember, we cut a bunch of this. This one we cut out. We patched it up. Look at all the honey. No, there's some brood in here. There's some worker brood down there. It's over here. Yeah, there's some worker brood here too. There's a lot of honey though. I mean, this is mostly honey. Now take a look at here. This one is half brood, mostly brood, but right up here we've got some honey. So, Queen's still working hard here. Gives us a nice, that's a nice setup though. There's a lot of honey in here too. They're a whole lot nicer when they've got room to live. Feel that? There's an issue. Yeah, this is brood. Look at the brood on this. Wow. All right, we had two queen cells. That's not a good. Actually, that's a good sign. We just don't want this hive to swarm. That normally happens when there's too many bees for the hive. Now that we've added the super, they should stop pushing the queen cells. Nice. Look at all the repair work. You can see all the new comb. A lot of brood here, and still some honey too. Good. Oh yeah, full, look at that, full brood all the way across. Anyway, the hive is active. Active, that's a good word for it, active. They have been rebuilding all the damage we did. In fact, all the comb that we destroyed has been repaired, right? Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, that one I repaired.
All the comb that we destroyed has been repaired, and there's a ton of brood comb in there, which means we're probably due for a big hatch out. I didn't get into the bottom box because I'm wearing shorts and they found my bare legs.
The box strong thing, so anytime I'll be able to clean that means that the box strong, so I'm not trying to separate it.
Yeah, we had a couple queen cells in there that we got rid of. I'm not sure exactly what I want to do with that. I'm going to talk to my bee guy about it and see what his thoughts are. We may split this hive. That may be our best bet. We may split the hive. Take half of this hive, a bunch of brood, and a queen, and move it. I'm thinking that might be our best option. We'll see. Considering this is going to be basically a half a day, we didn't get here till almost noon, so basically half a day. We got a lot, well, we got something accomplished. I won't say a lot, but we got what we needed to. The things I wanted to get done, we got done. And a few other things I didn't even think we would get done are done. So, I can't complain. Not bad for half a day. One of the key things that they did is he kept focus on spreading this mulch. Here's this one of the banana circles. This is our third banana circle right here. And the fourth banana circle is right over there. So we've got a lot of mulch spread throughout this area. I'm cautiously optimistic. We're going to keep a close eye on this. We're not going to mess with the soil, but we're going to keep an eye on the plants. The better the plants do, it's a good sign. We've been adding compost. Now we put compost tea across everything here. Should have good results. All right, guys, we're done. We're packing up. We only came here for half the day anyway. To be honest, I only planned on running the sprinklers to drain the compost tea. But since we were here, we checked out the bees. We got some of the mulch spread, and we planted some of the comfrey. So it's, all in all, been a semi-productive day. This week is going to be difficult. I've got a lot of things happening outside of the land. Tomorrow we've got Mr. Mello's got a doctor's appointment. Auntie's got there's a lot of happening tomorrow off land. Wednesday I've got a bunch of stuff off land. Thursday I've got to go to the embassy, again off land. So we'll be back here Friday. But I'll try and make video of the stuff that we are doing. So that's it, guys. God bless. We'll talk to you guys. Well, we'll see you guys later.